leading job in the industry at the moment, position yourself and see how you can actually leverage on thousands of opportunity around the world. So that is one. And I'm going to make the presentation very, very short so that we can have time to answer all your questions. If you have any question, please don't wait to the end of the event. Drop it on the meeting chat, and the host will actually call my attention to some important question, and others that need to wait to the end of the event will definitely handle them at the end of the event. So without wasting much time, let me quickly take us to a data set. If you can see my screen, for those of you that have been interested in the data set, you can contact the hosts. I will share this with them immediately after the session, so that if you are interested, you can lay your hand on the data set and let's see what you can do with it. So this is a simple data set. It's for a company that is into IT solution, or this web solution. They have a web application where most of their clients subscribe to and they use their solution. Now, the first thing they are trying to do is this. They wanted to capture the feedback from their customer. Now, this is to let you know that feedback is key. Feedback is very, 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 very key in whatsoever we do. And now this company have been able to capture feedback from their customer for a while. And the feedback is what we have right in front of us as data set to analyze. Now, if you look at the feedback, from what I have here, let me drop a filter on it. These are the customer ID. Each of the customer, they have a unique ID. I don't need the name of the customer. Those ones, we don't have it here. Now, what the next thing we have is tenure. How many months? Tenure in months. Let me just add MTH to it. This is a tenure, the period they've stayed with us as a company. I guess there's a feedback from somewhere. If somebody can help me, I hope it's not my system. Okay, good. This is far better. Now, we have the tenure as a second column. This customer has spent 19 months with us. We have another column called completed tutorial. For you to use our solution online, there's a tutorial section. Have you completed our tutorial? Good number of them. I can see a lot of no. Yeah, let me check. Some of them, they are yes. They've completed the tutorial. Now, the rating. This is the rating. Some of them score us high, while some people score us what? Low. Some people score us high, some people score us low. Now, this is interesting. For those that score us high, if you look at the original score given to us, like it is 10, 10. If I scroll down, let me see if I can see any number. 6. 6 is still counted as high. Let me check. 3 is counted as low. 1 is counted as low. So that means between 1 to 5, 5 is counted as low. Good. The range of 0 to 5 is low, while 6 to 10 is high. Now, feature. This particular customer, which feature is he actually rating? That is thing. We have different things we want them to rate. So this man rated, some people are rating design, some are rating features of the software, some are looking at governance, some are looking at navigation, how the solution, how they navigate around it, and they are giving their scores. Some are looking at price, some are looking at reliability, how reliable the solution is. Some are looking at so many speed, support, how are we giving them support? These are what some people are looking at before they give their what? Rating. Now, those people looking at this, where are they connecting from? From what we have here, these people are connecting from Europe. That's the continent. Let me see other continent we have. Okay. All the All the continents on the list is just Europe. So where in Europe, let's see all the areas we have. We have from France, from Germany, from Spain, from UK. That is where all these customers they are connecting from. We also interested in the size of their company. Like this company, their size, the staff strength is between 5,000 to 50,000. Wow, this is a company we must not joke with. Let me see other things we have there. Some less than 5,000, some greater than 5,000, some between greater than 50,000. Wow. Some between 5,000 to what? To 50,000. This is a nice column to let us see the size of the company. And the guy filling this form, who is he? What is his function in the organization? Role. We have different role. It's either you are an administrator in the company, helping us to administer to that software, our solution to the consumers, or you are the one consuming the solution directly in your organization, or you are the one, a publisher, publishing information on that platform on our behalf for your company. Now, I told you it's a web solution that this company is into, so they've gotten all this feedback. And finally, what did they subscribe to? Let me drop this down. Some subscribe to basic, while others subscribe to what? Premium solution. Now, the challenge is this. The company has collected this feedback. Let me see how many of them. Down to the last line. 45,218 feedbacks have been collected by the company. Now, they needed a data analyst to turn this raw data of 45,000 transactions into meaningful insights so that they can help their customer, they can improve their revenue, they can improve performance, and do lots and lots of things. So, without wasting time, let's go straight to Power BI. Let me save this, save as, because that's the file I'm working with. Save as, go to Learntor folder, drop it as feedback demo. Feedback demo is an Excel file, as you can see. Save. Good. I will now move straight to the wonderful solution we plan to use. And that solution is called Microsoft Power BI. It's one of the leading BI solution out there in the industry, and is actually a low-code, no-code environment. You can use this to develop a complete dashboard, reports, without writing a single line of code. There are a lot of AI visuals that we have there. So, I'm trying to collapse this. What will happen? This, okay, let me bring back down this a little bit. Okay. The Microsoft Zoom, the Zoom bar is trying to block some of my menu. I think I have a better view now. Now, with what I have here, the very first thing is to grab my data. As a data analyst, what is your function in the organization? Your function is to pick up data, clean it up, analyze it, visualize it, give insights so that it can help the company take a wonderful decision that will reposition them and promote their what? Performance and revenue. So I want to get my data. I drop down this and I say, look, the data is actually coming from Excel workbook. Let me pick Excel workbook at the moment. So from my Excel workbook, go to my hard disk. Where is my C? From my C, there's a folder called Learntor. And from this folder, open up feedback demo. That's the file I just saved now from Excel. It's trying to connect to the file. Come on. My time is going. Okay. Now, with what I have here, it has established a connection to the file. Now, with this connection, what am I supposed to do? At this point, you are free to load the data, or you are free to do what? to transform the data. I will always recommend transform. Even if you are not going to do any transformation, just take a critical look and also leverage on the AI features here that will quickly help you scan through your data and tell you if there's any issue with it or not. Now, this green line, I can see that there is a problem here with this black line here. It's telling me that about 3 of the transaction are actually what? Empty, which is about a 1%. So what can I do? I can quickly right click here and ask you to look for those blank transaction. I don't know how they're actually represented, but let me quickly see one of them. They are null transaction. I can right click here and say, look, anywhere you see null, just take it as 0. Replace value. Anywhere you see null, please take it as 0. Okay. So let me see what this will give to me. Yeah, I can see green. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, confirm you can hear me, please.
Yes, we can. Sorry about that.
Okay, great. Now,
I can hear you, sir.
Thank you very much. So if you are not speaking, kindly assist us, mute your mic. Okay, let's go there. Now, with what I have done, I have a clean data. The only thing I don't like here is this name, sheet 1. Instead of calling this sheet 1, can you call it feedback? Feedback. Okay, good. Now let's go on with the feedback data. With what I have done, I will close and apply it so that I can start to tell a story. This is where we tell our story. Now, on Power BI, what type of story will I be interested in? If not for time, I would have allowed all of us to look at the data set and start suggesting, as the owner, if you get this feedback, what will you be interested in? But let me quickly do some fast visualization around this so that we can see what Power BI can do for you. And you can see how you can convert this to money. So many companies today, they are collecting feedback. They are not using it. If you walk up to a company and tell them that, guy, let me have that your feedback list, I can help you process it, and it's going to promote your business, increase your business in revenue by 25%. I bet you they are ready to part away with 10% of such revenue if you can grow it. So let us see how we can turn this into money. Number 1, this is my screen, my canvas. These are all the fields we saw earlier, and these are the data sets here. Because of time, I will not be modeling the data. I will just go straight and make use of what we have here. Now, the first thing I would like to visualize, I need a card. This is a card. What did I want on the card? The rating they have been giving me. Where is that? Is it rating? Sorry, let me check here. Not 10, no. Original score, beautiful. I need the original score on the card. Original score, where are thou? Great, original score. I've selected original score on the, it's telling me that the score is what? 335,000 K. This is wrong. That is not what I am interested in. Take the average of the score. Let me know all over what is my performance like on the average. So let's see what we are doing. On the average, this company is doing 7.42. This is a nice work. Please, hope you understand the reason why I have to move away from what? Sum. In this scenario, I'm not interested in the total score because each of them, they are actually giving me score. 10. If you go down, you will see different scores. But I want to see on the average, what they actually give to me. So on the average, they actually gave me 7.42. Now, apart from having this, oh, hello, I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
I hope you can hear
You
me.
can have a seamless experience. I'm going to mute everybody. Please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Just give me a second.
Okay, good.
Let me mute
Okay.
everybody. Did you unmute yourself?
Okay, thank you, Mercy. So are we good to go? Now, with what we have here, we have this as on the average, what we are doing. Now, don't just show me what we are doing on the average. Can I have a pie chart? On my pie chart, I have two types of rating, high and low. Based on high and low, can you give me, count for me all my customer ID? All the customer ID should be what? Counted. And let me see what this is telling me. Now, it's telling me that high, good number of my customer, about 39,000 of them gave me high score, which is something good. It's a good news. But I still want to tell you, losing about 5,000 is not a good news at all. 11% of your total customer, they have a bad impression about your performance. Now, the question is this: what are they complaining about? I'm solving this problem one by one. I have two here. Let me now go on to see what exactly are they complaining about. Sorry, I know there's something future. I saw, okay, team. Let's see the team. Give me a column chart. Good. On my column charts, let me have my teams on my column charts against the words, against the rating. Where is that rating? Original something. Oh, come on. Original score. But the original score don't sum. By default, it wants to sum. Please take my original score to average. If I've actually modeled this, it will not give me such results. So now let me lay focus on this so that we can see good number of them. They are scoring me very high. I'm getting about 7.6% on others. On usability, this is not too good. They are scoring me 6 on usability. That means they have complaints around my what? My usability. On the average, I'm scoring 6. On the average, I'm scoring 6 on security. We need to work hard on our security and so on and so forth. This is another nice story. I hope the story is getting interesting. Okay, what else can I talk about? Let me look at, based on the number of people they have, what are they saying? Company size. Where is that again? I know I saw company size. Yes, company size. Give this to me like a donut. Give me the company size and give me the average rating. Now, on the average, what are they doing based on the company size? So, company size of 5,000 to 50,000, they are giving me on the average 7.5. Company size less than 5,000, they are giving me 7.25. Now, these are what we call descriptive analytics, describing what is happening in the database. This is a nice type of visual, but please, company needs more than what I've just done. Don't just tell me there's a problem. Where are those? Where is the population? Who are they? What are they saying? How can I help? So that I want an action point immediately after your presentation. How will I go about it? Please, I will not do this I'm doing. What I need to do, I'm going to another page and I'm going to leverage on AI visuals. if you can see my screen, there is insert here on Power BI. Under insert, we have some category of visuals here. They are wonderful. You call them AI visuals. So for the sake of time, I'm going to use one or two of them so that you can really see what we are talking about here. Let me use key influencer, for example. I will click on key influencer. This is my key influencer. So I'm very sure we can all see my screen. Based on this key influencer, let me see what is rating saying. I've selected rating. Immediately I select rating, it's telling me key influencers, what influence rating to be high? If I find out that the rating, if I come here, the rating is either high or low. But my concern is not the high rating. What influence low rating? Why are people giving me low rating? I want to click here and say, look, don't bother about high. Think about what? Low rating. Good. What influence low rating? Now, it's not asking me, I'm ready to give you work. Drag, no field to explain by. What should I use to explain? Number one, use the customer size to explain. Use the, have they completed their training with us or not? Use it to explain. As I'm dragging it, it's doing something. The continent, they are from one continent. I won't bother to use that. The country they came from, is there, maybe there's a language bias. Let me see if the country has an impact in my rating. Let me see the role, beautiful. What is their role in the company? Let me see how the role affects the low rating. So subscription type, does that really have any impact? And also the team. Let me just drag all these things here. Now, based on what I have done, let's start a wonderful storytelling. This is telling me that, look, key influencer is the tool I'm using here. It's telling me, come on, guy, there is likelihood role in the organization. The consumers, those that really use your products, they are the highest number of people complaining. 2.5 times. That's the meaning of what you have here. 2.5 times. As I'm pointing to it, I don't know if you can see my screen, but let me try to read. When role in organization is consumer, rating is 2.57 times more likely to be what? Low, compared to what? To all other value of roles in the organization. This influencer contains approximately 64.59% of your data set. This is heavy. It's telling you, guy, your consumers is about 64% of all the people you have in the company. And out of this 64%, they are likely to score you 2.5 times as low. As others are giving you high, they are ready to give you low, because they are the one consuming the products. So you need to pay attention to your consumer. That is it. Let me click on it. Immediately I click on it, look at what it's telling me. Consumer, look at them. So the rating, the low rating, 14% of your low rating is coming from the consumer. Why 13% is coming from what? Administrators. The remaining one publisher is just 4%. That is not headache to me. But this guy here, because they are contributing how many? The population. Look at the population. They are 29,000. This is alarming. About 30,000. About 60% of the total population. And they are dying. They are complaining. So I must give them serious consideration. Look at key influencer already telling me, guy, look at this part. Number two, if you understand your 80-20 rule, you understand the importance of this key influencer. That look, manage your consumer very well. Number two, there is a thing called usability. That's another problem that is giving you a low rating. In terms of usability, can you see the low rating? The percentage is 28. 28 is massive. But look at others, like security is also high. He has drawn a line here on the average. This is the average. But anyone before this, you need to be very, very careful with them. But the ones here, no problem. So you need to be careful. Go and work on the what? Usability of your solution. Work on the security. Work on the navigation and work on the speed. Other ones you may not stress yourself. Or look at this button here. Let me click on this button. This button will give me major ones I should concentrate on. So don't look at don't major on the minor, major on the major ones. Now, what I'm seeing on my screen is telling me that, guy, these are the major things you should lay focus on. Number one, usability, the security, the navigation of your solution, and the speed. If you can manage this, I bet you may not have up to 11. I mean, what percentage do you have there? You may not have up to this 11%. It might reduce to maybe 1%, which is a plus for us, because maybe the management wanted to keep low rating to anything less than 3% in any organization. They will try, if possible, do 0% low rating. Now, how can we achieve this? So that is that about key influencer. That is not all. Can you see all the things he has shown to me here? Because of time, I won't be able to start talking about all these things, but they are wonderful. Now, he's telling me those that did not complete, can you see, completed tutorial is no. Most of the people that did not complete the tutorial, they are the one giving us low rating. Times 2 of them gave us low rating. So let me click on it so that it can help me analyze. Look at those that completed tutorial. They did not give, is below average. But those that did not complete our tutorial, they are the headache. Now, we need to now look at, this is already giving to me what to call prescriptive analytics. I cannot prescribe to my clients. Guys, once you complete our tutorial, there is a 5 question that will be asked. If you can pass the 5 questions, you will get $100 in your account. Assumption, I'm not saying you must give them $100, but just like a way of forcing all of them to go and get the tutorial done. Once they can complete the tutorial, they will not mark us low again. Now, look at a wonderful insight there. This is another great insight. Security. Apart from usability, guy, you have to manage your security very well. All these ones here, they are times 2, but these ones like times 1, not much. Now, those people that are on premium, can you see? You have to give them special attention. They are complaining. 1.8 likelihood. Once you point to it, he will explain. He will write it out for you. And I can say, okay, based on consumer, let me see the segments. He will go again to break them into different segments for me. And he's telling me 1,512, which is 30% of this segment. Click on the segment. It will give you a detailed analysis of that segment, explaining to you, this is what I observe, and this is what you should do to be able to make progress in the industry. So that is that about key influencer. Let me see if I can do just one more. Let me go to another page, because I want to stop by 5:45 so that we can talk. We can ask questions. Let me use the second one, decomposition tree. This is another wonderful tool there. Decomposition tree is like you want to identify the root cause of a problem. What is my problem? Original rating. Where you are down? Original rating. Let me bring it up. Original rating is up, but the original rating, I want to do the average for me. The average of my original rating. On the average, I don't know if you can see this guy very well. On the average, people are scoring me 7.5, 7.42 on the average. I love this. Can you explain this average rating based on features? Where's features here? Teams, yes, teams. Based on the team. Not only team, also look at the subscription tenure. Subscription type. Also look at their role in the organization. Also look at his rating is what I'm working on. Also look at the country they came from. Does it really? I'm trying to get to the root cause of the problem. Trying to get to the root cause of the problem. And the company size, this is good. Now, with all these that I've put out, automatically as I start to pull out the explain by, there's a plus here. When I click on the plus, it's now asking me, are you interested in giving you, should I give you insights around the high value or low value? What I'm interested in is low value. What is contributing to low value? Immediately I pick on low value, he has given to me all the things contributing to low value. And the highest, the lowest rating is coming from usability. So I need to guide jealously usability. People cannot use this work, followed by what? Security. So I need to call my developer, guys, they are complaining that they can't use this thing. I need you to push this thing up, let it be friendly. And number two, let the security be tight. I don't want a complaint again on security again. Now, let us see. When they are talking about security, who are those? Let me click on the plus. Give me low. What contributes to low rating under security? Is going to analyze the security and tell me most people that are complaining about security, they are from France, UK, Germany, Spain, not really, but France, each complaint is coming from them. Oh, if these guys are talking about security within France, what is actually contributing to low within that area? Can you see the root cause analysis as I'm breaking it down? The administrator are the one in France talking about security. Not even the consumer, not even the publisher, is the administrator. Fine, I'm getting a better understanding. Now, if these are the administrator complaining, who? Let me go to another level. The company size. The company size complaining are those greater than 50,000 staff. I must take this very, very, in fact, I will take it seriously. If company with over 50,000 staff are complaining of security, that means the bigger the size of the client, the weaker our solution becomes. So permit me to stop here. I hope I've done justice to visualization in Power BI. And I think we can go into question and answer so that we can really or requests of people. Please feel free. My chief host, are you there? Any question for me?
If you have any question, you can raise your hand, you'll be unmuted. So we don't have people speaking above each other. Maxwell, you can unmute. Who is facilitating the Q&A session?
I'm the one.
Okay.
Once Mr. Deji is over, we'll have the question and answer session.
He's over.
So
yeah, done. Okay, please. So if you have any questions, now will be the best time. You just indicate, and then we will spotlight you, and then you can now ask that your question. So if you have a question, type it in the chat, and then we will
raise your
answer
hand.
your question. Or you can raise your, you can raise your hand also.
Actually, let me unmute everybody anyway, so.
They can unmute themselves also. They have their.
So I muted everyone. So they can unmute now. If you want to ask questions directly, the data set will be on the LinkedIn community. So once the session is done, we will send the video to the LinkedIn page and the data set if you want to play back to learn what has happened today. So Deji, please send us the data set so we can upload it on LinkedIn.
Okay, I will do that immediately.
Okay. Does anybody have any question for Deji? more than welcome to unmute. If there's anything that is not clear, we have a few more minutes to go. It's yours, sir. Okay, let's rephrase the question. Do we have understanding about what has happened today? How powerful customers' feedback is? If you understand, okay, Stephanie, thank you for clapping. Do you want to share what you took away from this session?
Sorry I think someone just asked a question, so I think we can address those questions.
Okay. Please read it out.
Deji, please share the data set in the chat. If you cannot, send it to me, I'll upload it in the chat, but I think you should be able to attach the data set when we still upload it here.
So, Etiosa, please, could you read out the questions on the chat? Are you there to read them out, or do I go over?
Sorry, I muted myself. Now he's saying what visual did the facilitator use? Because I'm saying for visuals, they say asking what visual. Probably the person is that's the question the person asks.
Okay, the visual that was used, I used quite about few of them. Let me quickly spotlight them. I use on this page, I use about 1, 2, 3, 4 visual. This is what most of us always do. I use the card visual. I use a pie chart. I use a donut and a column chart. But when you get to the insight, proper insight, I use key influencer. This is it here. Beside Python, key influencer is also under insert, key influencer. And finally, today I use decomposition tree. Look at it here. They are AI visuals. Thank you very much.
Okay. So another question, somebody is asking, how can I choose the right graphic or right visual to tell my story? How do I know the right graphic or the right visual to tell my story? That's another question.
That's a very, very good question. Please, I will beg you. I use some visual here, like decomposition tree. Because I use the decomposition tree to tell a story, if you know you cannot interpret it, don't use it. Don't use what you cannot interpret. Use what you are comfortable with. That's why I started with these general ones that most of us always do. If you know you can explain this, stick to it. But every story, every visual has a story to tell. Look at the visual that will better deliver your story. So, for example, I might decide to use map to tell a story, and I will still tell a nice story with map, working with these data sets. But the major thing is always tell a story. Use the visual that can help you tell a good story. I hope that is clear. Because if today is for visual, to talk about all the visuals, I would have been picking the visual one by one and tell you where to use them. But because of time, use what you are comfortable with for now. Thank you.
All right. Now, another question is, how do we know when to use key influencer and decomposition tree? At what point should someone use key influencer and decomposition tree?
Thank you for that question. At what point will I use key influencer or decomposition tree? Please, if you look at the scenario we have here, is a feedback. People are giving feedback. And the question is this feedback, where is it coming from? Why? What is the root cause? There are lots of things hidden in it. If I use the normal visuals that we have here, they will not reveal those hidden things. That is why you leverage on the AI visual. This AI visual, there are 4 of them: Q&A, key influencer, decomposition tree, and smart narrative. These guys here, they can go in depth to give you wonderful insights. And the other parts there is this one at this side here, analytics. Analytics is the last part that can give you deep insights for better storytelling. So if what you are trying to work on has to do with giving deep insight, leverage on them. When we look at the story we have before us, we want to see why people are giving us low rating. I don't just want to do normal analysis. I want to do some deep insights. I want to see what influence from the name. The name is clear, key influencer. What influenced people to give us low rating? That is one of the things I want to see. And number two, decomposition tree. Can you decompose, break down why they are giving me low rating so that I can know the area to focus on? So from the name, it's already guiding us. So please learn how to use this powerful tool. It's going to help greatly.
Okay, is there any other question? If you have questions, we still have about 5 minutes to go. Please ask your questions before we round up.
I do want to drop the review. Your opinion is highly appreciated and valued. We will appreciate if you can share your feedback. It will take you just 2 minutes. Please help us to fill the survey form so that we can get to know what your feedback is.
So that's another. Do you see what we've just done now? We analyze feedback of a company. So we need your feedback so that we can analyze it. We can improve and do much more better. So please, guys, click on the feedback form and let's get your feedback. Thank you.
And if you do not have any question, I'd like to appreciate Deji and Etiosa Maxwell. This is their first time out. It can only get better. Please, that feedback form will only take you just 2 minutes to help us fill. And it's just check. And where you have an option to speak, you can speak. Your feedback is very, very important to us. So please help us to fill it out. Then if you'd like to, yeah, go on.
Okay, I think someone asked the question, it wasn't treated. I think the person was asking what type of email can be used to access the Power BI desktop. I think someone asked that question. It wasn't treated.
Okay, let me start the answer.
So, when you talk about email, please, to work on Power BI desktop, you don't need email. Power BI desktop is 100% free for you. But if you want to use the Power BI web service or mobile service, then it needs an email account to authenticate you. And you cannot use your free email account. You use either your work email account or school email account. Thank you. I hope we've treated all the questions.
Yes, there's no other question for now.
Very quickly, I'd like to say thank you for everyone that came out. We had over 40 participants in attendance today, and that's a huge number for a first-time event that we have organized. And Walter, please go ahead. Your hand is raised. Unmute yourself, Walter.
Walter, unmute yourself and you can ask a question.
Okay, so I want to say thank you to everyone that have come out. Please help us to fill the survey form. The link to join the LinkedIn community or the Facebook community will be shared so that you are always informed about Meetup. Every Thursday, there's going to be an event from the Learntor community, and they are broken into 2 brackets. There's one for the Agile and there's one for the data. If you have something to share as well, and you'd like to be a facilitator at our Meetup, please reach out to Etiosa and Maxwell. Our goal is to give everybody and spotlight everyone that has to share and become a thought leader by doing that. We want to emphasize the data set. Did you please share me the data set so I can put it on LinkedIn? If you have
it says I sent it to you.
To me, okay.
Yes.
I will attach it. I will attach the data set now in the chat and the visualization that Deji has done shortly. Just give me 1 moment. All right. I will attach both and I will upload it on LinkedIn. So, Etiosa, do you want to share the LinkedIn community for people to join on LinkedIn?
It has been shared already. It has been shared already.
Share it again. and help us to fill the survey form. Deji is one of our facilitators on the cohort program. We have a data analytics and hands-on one coming up, which is coming up in the next 2 weeks. If you are excited about data, and not just excited about data, you want to learn about data analytics, sign up for the class because you get an international certification and become Microsoft Certified Data Associate, which is happening on the, what is the date? 4th, I think, 4th of October. Please sign up and be part of the conversation. Our goal is not just to bridge the gap. Our goal is to help you manifest the goodness that is inside of you, the skills that you have inside of you as well. Etiosa is one of our learners. So is Maxwell, so is Jireh, so is Bilikis. But they are taking the lead because that's the focus for us, okay? I don't know if you have any last words, Deji, to say to them, but we appreciate you.
Yeah, Mr. DJ, before you give your last words, I think someone, Walter dropped a question. You just answer that while you make your closing remark. He said, sir, how or where can I get detailed explanation of all default visuals in the
Maxwell, I think you can answer the question.
So as to judiciously know and then choose which one to use. I just feel it's necessary if you don't mind. Thank you, sir.
The question is long, but not everyone.
Maxwell, you can answer the question yourself now. Deji, there's a question in the chat. We have to go because we are agilists, we believe in time. Let me just attach the data set very quickly.
I'm struggling to see the question. If you can read it out, I won't mind.
Okay, how can I get a detailed explanation of all default visuals in the visualization pane so as to usually know which one to choose and to use? That is, this one is he wants all the visuals to use. He wants to know what they do, like the decision tree, the key influencers, and so on and so forth.
Okay,
so that's
fine.
His question.
Please let me just give you a link. You can go to Microsoft.doc. When you get to Microsoft documentation, then just type there or go to your browser, either Bing or Google, type there that Power BI visualization, Microsoft documents. It will give you one by one, give you detail on how to use it and when to use it. That's a good start. All of you can try that out. Thank you.
Okay. And additionally, you can sign up for our training that is coming up where you get hands-on practical learning for the data analytics class, and it's facilitated by, we recorded 85% pass rate of the last session that we just passed. Etiosa is one of them, is a Microsoft certified trainer, so is Maxwell. So you can become the next person. Sign up.
Can we get the link for that? We can just put it so that in case they want to sign up for that training, let's have the link for that training before we shut down.
For which training?
For the data analytics training that is coming up in October. Let us put it here also.
Oh, okay. Let me just drop it in the chat. Let's appreciate Deji, everyone. Thank you. I'm trying to upload the file. Just give me 1 minute before I close the meeting. But does anybody have anything else to say, to add? Do you have anything to contribute to the experience? Okay. Since you like to hear our voice a lot, thank you for coming up. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to upload both data set and the visualization that they just done. I will still upload it in the data analytics. You can talk to us in the chat. Once you have joined the community, just send Etiosa, myself, a message. Etiosa Maxwell and Etiosa will be happy to respond to your messages. Thank you very kindly. 1 minute, I'll be sharing the link. Please, if you have responded to the survey form, can you type Y? If you have not, type no. We want to hear from you. Just type Y and type no, if you have. Are there responses, Etiosa? I'm trying to juggle.
Yes, okay. Yeah. Plenty of responses.
Okay, fantastic. So I've shared, oh God, it won't let me share, you know.
Okay, just send me the data, so let me attach it to this before we.
No, you can't attach. I would love to remind me to disable the functionality. Anybody can attach a file for next meeting. It will be on LinkedIn. Just take a look, it will be there. I've uploaded it now. Thank you, everybody, and have a beautiful day. Deji, we appreciate
everybody.
Thank you for joining, and we'll talk to you all for the good comments. Thank you all for the session, Talisha. Thank you, Learntor, Deji, as well. Well planned. Oh, thank you, Alabi. Deji said, thank you so much, Mr. Ayodeji. Thank you, Kehinde. And Kehinde is joining cohort 4. We're super excited. Thank you, Adebayo. Thank you so much. Yomi, hi, Folarin. My name is Yomi from Atlanta, here in the US. I'm currently on the Power BI assignment and I need mentoring. Join our class. Sign up. It's happening. You'll be getting that support real time. Yomi. But reach out to me on LinkedIn. Just speak to me over there, okay? Thank you, Namdi. Namdi, reach out to me ASAP, okay? Bye. It's your sir. Why you hand me your head?